Good morning, everyone. It is Monday. We talked about this yesterday. I'm going to show you some stuff that we picked up at a few flea markets over the last few weeks. Went to 3 or 4 flea markets over the course of maybe the last 3 weeks, 4 weeks, not sure exactly how many. I wanted to go to a second one this past Friday, just run out of time, but I will get there eventually. It looked like Terre Haute had a couple of them that I wanted to go to, but we just didn't have the time to. But with that being said, this is just from various flea markets over west central part of Indiana that we've stopped at, going to Illinois a few times to visit my dad. So with that being said, we're going to start off with some NASCAR diecast. First one is a Racing Champions from 1996. And I don't remember seeing this one very much in the diecast world out there. Rick Mast Hooters Pontiac that he ran for Richard Jackson. Of course, this car only ran in 1996, had a best finish, was a top 5, maybe a 4th at Martinsville in the fall. They kind of struggled all year in 96 getting the handle on the Pontiacs. They'd ran the Fords for a number of years and had decent runs. But after losing skull backing and so forth, they just kind of, team just really struggled. Up next from 1995, John Andretti. This is a Kmart, the Cranefus Haas. You see the Cranefus Haas logo there. And that is not the same Haas that is in Stuart Haas. This is actually Carl Haas that was involved with the Newman Haas IndyCar team with Mario and Michael Andretti and those folks, as opposed to Gene Haas, who is the Haas in the Stuart Haas that you know of today. But this was the Kmart Little Caesars car. Of course, you see this is a Kmart branded car. Not really a lot on the back there, but I'm not sure if this was a Kmart exclusive or if this was also available at other vendors, because it was not unusual to see a Target car available at Walmart and Meijer. So again, I would suspect that that was also available at Walmart and Meijer as well, or Target. Up next, this is from the early 90s. Copyright says 1990, so I'd go along with that. It's a little rough, but anytime I see this one, I'm going to pick it up. AJ Foyt, and it looks like it is the, trying to see, it looks like maybe it's the Oldsmobile. The different cars were cast during this time in the different molds. So you can see there's a little paper loss, a little damage, but that wasn't going to deter me, because you're very rarely going to find the 89, 90, 91 Racing Champions in pristine condition. But the early runs of Racing Champions, like AJ Foyt drove an Oldsmobile during this time. And this car might be cast in an Oldsmobile, a Pontiac, a Ford, a Buick. It might be cast in everything. So there are different variations out there for you to look for. Some obviously more rare than others. Up next, and I did not pay $9 or $8 for this one. Paid substantially less than that. But a Darrell Waltrip Action Platinum Series 1/64 scale. Of course, this is going to be a lifetime series. This is going to be the 88 car that he ran for Dyegard back in the late 70s. There you see that car represented right there. They ran it as an Olds and a Chevy and some other makes. There you see the Junior Johnson's Mountain Dew Buick and Hendrick's Tide Chevrolet there, because there is a card that you can slide out. And we're not going to do that today, but there's a Skybox trading card that all these Action cars came with. And also at that same flea market, I did pick up 4 packs of, what is this, 1991 classic draft picks. So yeah, a couple bucks spent here. I thought they feel like they're bricked up. I don't think there's anything big in there. I've not really looked at the checklist to see, but we do have some opportunity to pull out some unique cards. And speaking of cards, I bought 3 of these at a flea market that we went to Friday, and I've already pre-opened these just because they're not even, they look like parts boxes, to be truthful, that somebody had made up. Yeah, it says like part number something. They just, they were a couple bucks each. It says 100 random sports cards, so we're going to go through one of these in just a minute to see, if it was worth our couple of bucks. And for a couple of dollars, once again, just a couple of random, hodgepodge packs that somebody made up at this booth. So I'm going to set these off to the side so we'll have a little bit more room. Like I say, I've just pre-opened these to make it a little bit easier so we didn't have to deal with, because they just put a little tape on them. Not sure what we're going to have inside. It's like some Donruss baseball, fairly recent. So away we go. So this might take a minute to sort through. So I'm just going to go through these. If I see anything spectacular, you know, I don't anticipate anything super big. Dante Bichette, father of Bo Bichette. Pretty nice. Byron Russell. 97-98 Fleer. It's a pretty nice looking card. And that card, those cards have a matte feel to them. Cedric Ceballos. So I'm probably going to butcher some names here. So that's why I'm not going to say a lot of names. Willie Davis got a checklist there. Henry Jones. So it looks like some junk wax stuff. Maybe we'll get something good. Larry Johnson, that's not too bad. We'll take that. Who's that? Anthony Goldwire. Samaki Walker. I don't know why I said I wasn't going to do the names, but here we are. Rasheed Wallace. I believe you have Trailblazers. There's another Wallace, but he was with the Pistons. I think it was Ben Wallace. Pooh Richardson, I know he played with the Pacers for a minute. And some of these are hard to read because they just kind of did an outline lettering. I mean, I really appreciate the photography. I appreciate the gold foil printing, but it's just a little difficult to read there. Who do we have here? Emmanuel Sanders. Detlef Shrimp. He was also on the Pacers for a minute. Detlef Shrimp was. And they're just kind of, again, they did say random sports cards, so we are getting some random sports cards here. Andy Bennis, he has a error, I believe, in the 1990 score set. Charlie Hayes, Jermaine Pratt. So it's definitely a hodgepodge of sports so far. We got football, baseball, basketball represented. And some newer stuff, as well as some older stuff. Junk wax era, if you will. Giancarlo Stanton, not too bad. Bowman Platinum, we'll take that. Andre Johnson. DK Metcalf rookie card from Score. What's that? Paris Campbell. Definitely unique name there. Lance Blankenship. Mike Jackson. Am I going to have to flip some of these around? Excuse me, it looks like I may. So we got Tyreek Hill. So again, it's just kind of an oddball hodgepodge. Kyler Murray, not too bad there. Got an NBA Hoops. Who is that? Pooh Richardson. Of course, we just mentioned him a few minutes ago. Derek Harper. And we're going to have to flip some around again. Because they got him going every which way. Hayden Hurst. Chandler Jones. Amari Cooper. Jalen Gooden. Again, we said we weren't going to do names, so let's just go through them. I know if I miss anything, you guys always do a great job in pointing that out. But I just thought it was kind of interesting to pick these up and see what we could come up with. About halfway through the stack, maybe? Not quite 2/3 of the way. Joe Morgan, so we got an 89 tops that looks like it's in really good shape. Derek Walker. And flip these around. We're just having all sorts of fun here, aren't we? Cecil Fielder. What year is that? 93. So he was a little past his 51 home run season. I believe that was in 1990, maybe? 91, thereabouts. Tom Hinkie. Terry Pendleton. Not too bad. And we're not even going to attempt that one. Ellis Burks, longtime Red Sox player. Got our first couple of, well, Ellis Burks wasn't bad, but this one has seen its better days, it looks like. So we'll just throw that one off to the side. Isaac Austin. So again, I really like these Fleer cards. Great photos. They just should have filled in the, they could have done the lettering a little bit different there for, made it a little bit easier to read. Looks like we'll just flip the whole stack. Remember these back then. Them and the Hoops cards were always popular. They had a good price point for everybody back then. Maybe $1.75 a pack. People, you know, always wanted the Jordan or the Larry Bird or whoever. Martellus Bennett, not sure why that's in a sleeve, but it's in a sleeve, so we got a free sleeve. Sam Castle, looks like we're coming up on the end. We have another dinged corner, so we'll pull that one out of the stack. Another checklist. Not going to complain about checklists. We're going to check Childs. We're running past 10 minutes here. I'm trying to get this done as quickly as we can to get you guys off on your day. Vernon Maxwell. The only thing is with these particular cards is they're really, really thin stock. Tony Kukoc, pretty good card. But again, they feel these would be great for signing. There's a nice Steve Nash. These would be great for TTMs. Don't know if any of these guys do TTMs. I may be looking at some of these to get TTM'd. But they are in great shape. I think, like I say, I like the look of them. It's just hard to read the names. Rod Strickland, Jerry Stackhouse. And we're coming to the end of the stack here. So, again, not a lot of superstars, but at the same time, for a couple bucks, you know, got some nice TTM fodder, if you will. Couple cards with some dinged corners that, you know, I fully expect that to happen. But, you know, I'm not going to complain about it. So anyway, that's what we have to look forward to on our upcoming flea market find videos, where we'll rip a couple of these each time. We'll also got 2 more boxes of the 100 card counts to look through. Had a few NASCAR diecasts, and also had these guys to look through eventually too. So anyway, a nice Monday flea market find video. Thanks again, as always, for watching. Enjoy the rest of your Monday. Come back and see us tomorrow. Thanks for watching.